All right, so we'll just stand tall with your legs a little bit wider than your hips. Take a nice deep inhale. Closing your eyes, exhale, slowly bring your arms down. We're just going to focus on slowing down the breathing, slowing down the movement, and guiding your movement with your breath. Slow and controlled in through your nose, out through your nose if possible. If not, that's okay. You can use your mouth as well. Inhaling and then exhaling. And then we're going to add that plie squat. So legs nice and wide, inhale at the top, and then as you exhale, we're going to slowly bend at the knees. Keep your chest lifted, slowly coming up. As you inhale, exhale, coming down. And just going to a comfortable spot where you feel the legs stretching and opening. One more time. And then exhale. We're going to pause here at the bottom and hold here. Hands at your heart. Take a nice deep inhale. Stay nice and low. And exhale. If you want, you can stay here, or you can even lift up your heels if you like. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down your heels, slowly rising up. And then as you exhale, coming down again and doing that wide squat, we're going to rest one elbow on one side and side bend, up and over. Nice deep inhale. Exhale back to center, switching. Elbow resting on your other thigh, other arm up and open, reaching. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time each side. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Back over to the other side. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly rising up. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and we'll do those sunflowers. So as you exhale, we're gonna rotate coming down. Rotate coming up. Inhale. Exhale, going down. So really focusing on a little bit of a rotation at the bottom and the rotation coming down. Really focus on feeling a nice stretch through your back as you roll down. One more time this side. And then other side. And just go to where it's comfortable. You don't have to go all the way down. Just go to where it feels good for you. A few times here. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. And then pausing here, you can rest your elbows onto your thighs and let your head hang. Let your head shake a little bit side to side, up and down, just releasing any tension that might be around your neck and shoulders. Soften your face, soften your jaw. And then with your knees nice and soft, arms are heavy, and you're gonna body roll up, super slow. And then taking your arms back up towards the ceiling, interlace your fingers, place your hands behind your head, and you're just gonna press your head back into your palms. Elbows are nice and wide. You're focusing on opening up your chest. Nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly release. Arms by your side, and some neck stretches. So you're gonna look over to one shoulder, looking down towards your armpit, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch in the back corner of your neck. I'm looking down to my right side, maybe your left. And then you can even use the back, or place your hand on the back of your head. And don't push on your head, just let your hand rest on your head. My right hand is on the back of my head, and I'm looking down to my toes, dropping my left shoulder more so I feel a nice stretch here in the back corner. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, release your hand. Drag your chin across your chest for the other side. So we're going to keep looking towards your other armpit. So for me, it's my left, maybe your right. So my left hand's going to rest on the back of my head. Again, not pushing, just resting, feeling that nice stretch in the back corner of my neck. Right shoulder is dropped down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, release your hand, come back to center, and now you can place both hands on the back of the head. Again, not pressing down, just interlace your fingers, let your elbows drop, and let everything release from the back of your neck. Nice deep inhale, and exhale, slowly release. Shake out your hands, give yourself a little stretch, roller coaster, arms, little milkshake with your fists. And now press your palms down. Take a nice deep inhale, reaching your arms up. And then as you exhale, coming into a squat. So this time, not a sumo squat, just a regular squat with arms lifted. Nice deep inhale, exhale, press yourself up. And then maybe a little bit of a back bend with your arms going back behind your ears. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale again. Utkatasana chair pose. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release, pressing through your heels, lifting your arms back behind your ears. One more time. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, staying here or lifting your heels off the ground, up to you. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, pressing yourself up all the way to standing. Arms going gently behind the ears. A little bit of a shoulder stretch, chest stretch. Release down to your heels and release your arms. Maybe you feel a little bit warmer in your shoulders here. We're going to do some tricep stretching. So take your right hand behind your head, tapping yourself on the back, holding your right elbow, and then coming into warrior one. So left foot back, right elbow up. Nice deep inhale. As you lift your chest up towards the ceiling, both feet are flat for stability. Make sure there's some space between your feet. Nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you can gently side bend towards the left. So my right elbow is up and I'm leaning towards the left side, just gently, just enough so I feel that nice tricep stretch, a little bit of the lats here. And then exhale, release your right elbow, right hand to the side of your thigh, left arm up and over. So you should feel a nice hip flexor stretch here. Inhale. And then exhale, release. We're going to take our arms behind, and you can either cross at your wrists, so holding either wrist, or interlace your fingers. So we're just focusing on a nice chest opener and working, again, those hip flexors and that thigh for warrior one. Nice deep inhale, and then exhale, release. Step forward, switching legs. So now my right foot is back, left knee is bent, left arm goes up, patting myself on the back, holding the left elbow. Nice deep inhale as I open up the chest, lift the chest upwards, and then leaning towards the right side this time. Nice tricep stretch, lat stretch. Inhale and exhale. Another deep inhale. Exhale, releasing the left elbow, left hand to the thigh, right arm up and over. Nice hip flexor stretch here on the right side. Inhale, and then exhale, release. Coming into warrior two. So we're just gonna open up this back foot, coming into warrior two. Nice deep inhales, grow tall to the crown. And then as you exhale, feel free to sink as you like into a lower stance. Breathing deeply. So you should feel your thigh here rotating outwards, feeling a nice hip opener on the left thigh. Inhale. And then exhale, left elbow onto the thigh, side angle pose, Utkatasana, or sorry, Parsvakonasana. So you want to look on the inside of your elbow as you look up towards the ceiling or to the side. You feel your chest is open, right shoulder's above the left. Both feet are flat. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, gently release. We're going to come into a modified triangle. So you can stay here with your left hand on the inside of your leg. So a bent knee triangle, right hand comes up, or feel free to wrap it behind you so you can feel a nice opening through the chest. So you're pressing the left arm on the inside of your left knee. You should really feel the inner thigh here. Inhale, exhale for 1. Inhale, exhale for 2. Inhale, exhale for 3. So gently releasing. Come back into warrior 2 stance on the other side. So I'm just going to reposition my feet. Right knee is bent, looking past my right hand. Nice deep inhale, growing tall through the crown of your head. Shoulders are above the hips. Another deep inhale, maybe sinking a little bit lower. And then exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow onto the thigh, left arm up and over as I look on the inside of my elbow. And my shoulders are one above the other. Focusing on breathing. So maybe feeling the thighs a little bit, maybe feeling a few things that are being stretched, and just observing your breath, observing your body. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, coming into that modified triangle. So now pressing the back of your arm on the inside of your leg, left hand rests behind you, opening your chest. Again, this is just optional. You can always keep your arm up towards the ceiling. Feeling that nice inner thigh stretch for 1, 2, and 3. Slowly release, coming back up. We're going to come into a forward bend. So both toes pointing in, heels are wide as you press your hips back to bow forward. So focusing on lifting your tailbone upwards towards the ceiling, feeling that nice hamstring stretch. My hands are on the outsides of my legs. So I use my legs for support. So as I pull my legs in towards me, tailbone is lifted up. So just focus on that hamstring stretch, making sure you're pressing into both legs evenly. Sometimes we favor one side. And just observing how you're feeling any stretches that feel really good, making sure you're not going too far, going into spots where you feel like you need those stretches. Breathing deeply. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. Take another nice deep inhale, lift the tailbone upwards. As you exhale, come up halfway. Another deep inhale, and then exhale, come up all the way to standing. Heel toe yourself back together, and then we're going to come down to the floor. So coming into a tabletop position, hands and knees. And from here, we're going to do a nice deep inhale, arching the back. As you exhale, rounding. Curl the tailbone in, chin to your chest, and maybe you need to do a little bit of a sitting back towards your heels slightly to feel that nice back stretch. Again, inhale, arching your back, drop the chest, tailbone lifts. As you exhale, dropping your hips slightly back, leaning back, chin towards your belly. And then from here, we're going to work on a little bit of the glutes, a little bit of the legs. So bring your knees together, closer together, coming into raising of the roof. Right leg heel is up, and you want to make sure you're not arching the back. Back is in neutral as you just squeeze the glutes and lift your heels up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So feel that glute stretch or that contraction. Really work on that. Keep that hold as you extend your back leg. Now the right leg is extended, point the toe and do those circles in one direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to extend your leg out towards the side and coming into gate pose. So sitting up or onto your knee, Take your hand across your leg, reaching up and over for gate. Nice deep inhale, and then stretch to the other side, hand to the floor, reaching up and over. And then coming back onto tabletop. So take your right knee back down. Now, raising the roof on the left side. So flex the heel, pressing up, making sure the back doesn't overextend. So it's a neutral position, shoulders away from the ears, and press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, extend the leg, feel that glute contraction and work that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring your leg all the way out to the side again, coming into a kneeling position, gate pose as you reach up and over towards your extended leg. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, switch to the other side, reaching up and over. And then slowly release, coming back up. And we're gonna come into like child's pose, but more like a frog, with your knees nice and wide, toes closer together, and take a seat, either using your arms for support, so you can always keep your head a little bit higher if you prefer, bending onto your elbows, dropping your chin, or if you have a cushion or a block here, using your head on the block. So you're sitting back, knees are wide, toes are together. So you should feel a nice hip stretch here, hip opener. Maybe focusing on bringing the tailbone towards the ceiling here again, so you feel that nice inner thigh stretch. Breathing deeply. With your head down, maybe even closing your eyes, really focusing on your internal breathing, not paying attention to anything around you, just focusing on yourself, on how you're feeling. And then one more deep inhale. As you exhale, you can go ahead, release your head, and then we're going to come to a seated position. So take both feet to one side as you sit back, hands behind, and you're going to bring your feet as wide as your mat and windshield wash side to side. So doing this to help loosen up any tension. Feels really good to stretch out the IT band on one side and then the other. So we're going to go ahead into a gentle twist here. So with your feet nice and wide, knees dropping to the floor, you're going to twist your body over towards the back. So you can either stay here, and this is completely safe to do, into a modified twist, and it feels okay to go ahead all the way to the floor and rest your head onto your arm here and breathing deeply into this twist. And you should feel a nice stretch for your back. You should feel a nice stretch on your side, the obliques here. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead, press yourself up. Do a couple more windshield wipes. One side then the other. And then drop your knees to the other side. Again, feel free to just stay here into your hands, but if you feel comfortable lying onto your elbow or your wrist as you lie down, closing your eyes, focusing on deepening your breath and softening your body, soften your face. Slowly release. As you inhale, come back up. And then we're going to come down onto our backs for bridge pose. So I'm just going to scooch myself a little bit further down. And you can always use your arms or your legs to help yourself going down onto your back. Bridge pose, finding it's really nice to do bridge pose to help stretch out the hip flexors and work the legs. So what you're going to do is bring your feet maybe a little bit wider than hip width, toes slightly pigeon-toed for a little bit of support for your knees, hands by your sides, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you first, pressing your arms down to lift your hips. So you're pressing through your heels, pressing through your legs, squeezing your glutes, and maybe walking your arms underneath you so you feel that nice chest stretch and a nice stretch here in the hip flexors. So often the chest area and the shoulders get really tight, especially in the colder weather. So you want to open them up in bridge pose. And that's just a modified version with my arms by the side on the floor. If you would like to go ahead and interlace your fingers and press your arms down behind you, feel free to do that version as well. I'm going to stay here with my arms by my sides. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, focus on squeezing your glutes just enough to lift your hips up high. You don't want to clench too much, pressing through your heels to keep your knees forward and inwards. And then when you're ready to release, you want to slowly body roll yourself back down. And what we're going to do is take our arms up behind the head, and then again, windshield wipe side to side. Just loosen up any tension in the hip area. And then we're going to go into our Shavasana, our closing meditation. So feel free if you would like to use some pillows to prop yourself up. Always nice to go a little bit higher. Using some pillows, I'm going to place a block underneath to get my head a little bit higher here. And I like to place the pillow right behind my spine and then dropping my head here on top of the pillow. So you want to have your arms by your sides. You can have your knees to the sides in like a butterfly position, or knees can be bent, resting on each other, or you can extend the legs, whatever feels good for you. Now closing your eyes and allowing your body to be completely relaxed. You want to have your breath no longer being controlled, but just flowing easily in and out through your body. Getting ready for meditation so that you can kind of clear your mind, let go of anything that might be burdening your mind, burdening your body. You want to just let go and release and be calm. So now allow your eyes to soften, let your jaw to be relaxed, allow your neck and shoulders to soften, allow your arms and legs to just be completely still. And just honor this time for yourself for some quiet meditation. And remain where you are, however you like, and I'll just play a little bit of my singing bowls for you. And when you're ready, you can slowly come up to your favorite seated position. Hands at your heart center. You can take some time to warm up your hands, rub them together, and then place the base of your palms to your eyes, just making it completely dark so you can really tune into yourself. removing the sight sense so that you can amplify your other senses. Again, taking your hands, rubbing them together, creating some heat energy, placing the warm hands behind the neck, and just let your arms drop so you feel a nice massage for your neck and your shoulders. Slowly let your hands massage your neck as you drop your hands down back to your chest. Take the time to thank yourself for honoring and respecting your body and your mind. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.